Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, July 22, 2015, 1:20 a.m. Birmingham. Topic, part 2 of the sons of God taught men the mixing of everything. Transhumanism, transgenics. These are just our names, our tags to the things that not quite what they taught, the fallen angels taught men in those days, but they probably taught it better then than we are doing it today, because you can see the huge monuments, the pyramids and all these giant things they made. No one still knows how they did. But I mentioned that God told Enoch to make or to write a book of every year of everything that the sons of God did. This is including everything they taught man. Out of 300, I think 66, but out of the 366 books, 364 of those books are still not accounted for. They're out there. I do not believe that a group has all of them, but I do believe a group has a couple or a few of them. Enough that it's like this. When the sons of God taught men the act of war, they also taught men how to win wars until God defended his people. They could not win a war against God. But man on his own, they could win. They could play it out on a big checker table or a table, And I believe that's what's been going on with the Illuminati for a long time. I think they have in their possession 1 or 2 or 3 of these books. And I think Hitler had in his possession 1 or 2 books. Look how advanced he was in making these so-called UFOs. And there are many things. There are humanized animals and then animalized humans today throughout the world, in labs everywhere. And our federal government and other governments are spending billions to create and experiment with human and animal, and will anyway, it's been done behind and hidden closed doors, so you don't see much of it. But I want to say this, and I believe this to be a fact. There are part or half man and half other creatures, whether it be animals, whether it be an alien that we call, which is a Nephilim or some part of, that'll come down and take a female up, impregnate her, bring her back, and then in 3 or 4 months come back and get her, take this fetus out and finish raising it. That apparently does not always work out the way they think it works out or wants it to work out. But this is what I heard, and I heard this several times. I read this several times, and under I think Area 51 or some of these places out there, there's 7 levels. It's probably a lot more than that, but 7. Each level has its own use. One level where humans actually stay. Next level where the aliens stay. The next level where aliens grow and harvest their food. The next level is experimental level, experimenting with man and woman, with other things. And then another level with what they have experimented or made. And then there's another level of those that are kind of incorrigible. These are the ones that man has seen. And one man talked about it. A lot of men talked about it, but one man said they're half or part human creatures that can talk and feel. This is what he said. They can talk and feel terrible pain. They are hidden underground in a lot of different places. They beg to be killed so that the pain will end. We have a very evil government that is allowing this. Again, the gentleman, I don't recall his name, but the Defense Secretary in Canada had their disclosure, and he was all over America. He was ticked, and I think he knows very well about these 7 levels and the things that are in them. I've heard by more than one person that said these poor things down there scream in agony day and night. They're in severe pain, but yet they're kept alive because they're still being experimented on. Not by the Nephilim, but by the things that the Nephilim created. It's horrible. It is horrible. And so I wanted to finish telling you the books and tell you some of the things that's going on out there. Plum Island off the Long Island in New York has for a long time been experimenting with animals, trying to create animals with one animal with another. And they have found a number of them called the Montauk monsters. They have found, and you don't hear much about this one, tall, skinny, 6-fingered, just horrible looking. They call it part man and part something. And there's one more thing. There are ones that do travel about, that are in and out of our time and space. They apparently come through these veils and out, or wormholes, or gateways, or portals. But they called them the Bigfoot. That's what they call them, because in all countries they have different names. These are the things that come in and out. That's why they're seen, but yet they're never found. When they come out from behind that veil, they can go back behind it without a problem. This is probably why you'll never find a Bigfoot. Supposedly one was shot and killed, but they went back to get it and it was not there. And the guy said that he did see 2 others near it. So they took it back behind the veil. Too much going on, guys. The evil that's being created has to end one day, and it's going to be soon. Jody Wolf Expoz.